Hello everyone, I'm Carthu, and today we'll be discussing what if Broly listened to Goku in Dragon Ball Super Broly. For those of you who may be a little bit confused, in Dragon Ball Super Broly, Goku obviously fights Broly, but during that battle, Goku unveils a new technique, the God Bind. This technique is used in his Super Saiyan God form and holds the target in place. Goku uses this time that berserking Broly is held still to talk to the titular character. Goku tries to talk Broly out of what he's doing here. In the movie, he didn't listen, but what if he had? Let's talk about that now. Goku has taken over the fight with Broly from Vegeta. While Goku's base and Super Saiyan forms seem to be outperforming Vegeta's, Goku is still pushed to turn things up a notch. Goku closes his eyes, focuses his ki, and transforms into the Super Saiyan God. We don't have the runtime in this movie for Super Saiyan 2 and 3 nonsense, which actually goes along with what Toriyama said about those two forms in an interview. And he did write the screenplay for this movie, so... he actually remembered something. Moving on though, Goku quickly outmaneuvers Broly and catches him in the God Bind. Goku begins to tell Broly about the peace they have here on Earth, and even though it's not perfect, it usually holds up. The enemies they've faced in the past are a clear indicator to Goku that Broly isn't a bad guy. Broly doesn't give off the same feeling as the enemies Goku has faced in the past. He tells Broly,
オラたちはここでこの地球で平和に暮らしている。まあいろいろあったけどな。とにかくおめえは悪いやつじゃねえ。オラにはわかるんだ。こんなことはやめろ。悪いやつらの言うことなんて聞くことはねえぞ。
You can see Paragus becoming nervous as Goku talks to Broly, which should imply that it was actually possible for Broly to choose to side with Goku and rebel against Frieza, and potentially even his father. In this what if, that's exactly what Broly does. He closes his eyes, and when he opens them, he's back into his base form. Broly has calmed down and understands that Goku is also someone that should be trusted. Goku releases the God Bind and screams over to Frieza to leave Broly here and the Dragon Balls and go. Frieza is clearly aggravated by this and tells Paragus to bring his son under control. They are leaving and Broly is coming with them. Paragus screams to Broly that they are leaving and to move it, but Broly looks to Goku and yells back, "We should stay." Paragus was taken aback. This is the first time Broly has ever spoken back to him in any way, and without the shock collar, he doesn't know how to control him. Goku and Vegeta both look at each other, realizing that Frieza isn't putting down the Dragon Balls. They both go in pursuit of Frieza, and Broly follows after them. Paragus is still screaming for Broly to return to him, but it's no use. Broly has finally realized that he can make his own decisions too. So, it appears your son is no longer under your control. A true pity, but that means I have no use for a weakling like yourself. With that, Frieza shoots Paragus, instantly killing him. Broly is confused by what just happened. He stops flying as it takes a moment to process. Goku and Vegeta continue to fly towards Frieza. They tell Frieza to give back the Dragon Balls, but Frieza just laughs. Ho 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 ho! Take them from me then, monkeys! Frieza turns into his golden form and begins to take on both Goku and Vegeta at the same time. Frieza's power has grown since the Tournament of Power. In the main timeline, he was able to take a beating from Super Saiyan Broly for an hour. Together, both Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta couldn't handle a beating by Super Saiyan Broly for a few minutes, let alone an hour. So, Goku and Vegeta turn into their Super Saiyan Blue form, and while that helps, they are still just too weak to fight Frieza. Meanwhile, Broly is now holding the still warm body of his father. His face is contorted in rage and sadness. His eyes turn yellow, his hair lifts up. Broly is once again in his Ikari form, and makes a charge directly for Frieza. However, Broly in his Ikari form isn't even as strong as Super Saiyan Blue Goku or Vegeta, so this didn't really change the battle in any noticeable way. It almost seems like Frieza is just toying with them, to be honest. Vegeta and Goku pull back and allow Broly to take over for a moment, and the two power up. Goku uses Kaioken times 20, and Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. The two rejoin the fight, and it's starting to become more even, but Frieza still has the advantage. That can't last forever though, because Broly is here too, and slowly he's growing stronger and working his power up to the level of Frieza's. Then Frieza says, "If I wanted to, I could kill you all easily. This is your last warning. Stop or you'll be just like Paragus." That was a mistake. Broly snaps, thinking of his dead father again, and seeing the man who killed him within his reach. Broly begins to transform into a Super Saiyan. Everyone else stops fighting. Goku and Vegeta are breathtaken by the power on display. Goku screams to Frieza to leave the Dragon Balls and go if he doesn't want to be killed. Frieza himself is in shock at the energy Broly is producing and reluctantly leaves the Dragon Balls and flies away. Broly is still going berserk while powering up. Goku and Vegeta have to act fast to stop him, and Vegeta has just the idea. They can use the Dragon Balls that Frieza left behind and summon Shenron, who has one wish left to grant. They can use him to revive Paragus. And so, that's what they do. Broly, enraged with his yellow hair, turns back to see his father alive once again, standing behind him. Tears begin to stream down Broly's face, and he begins to power down. Broly falls to the ground, exhausted from all the fighting, and Paragus looks past him to Vegeta and Goku. The two are now in their base forms. Vegeta tells Paragus to be more careful who he works with in the future. Frieza is the one who destroyed Planet Vegeta after all, so Frieza has no problem killing Saiyans that work for him. Paragus had no idea it was Frieza who destroyed Planet Vegeta, as he was so caught up in his quest for vengeance, he just accepted that Planet Vegeta was destroyed by a meteor, and didn't even question how unlikely that was to happen. Vegeta reiterates that he knows nothing of Paragus before today, and what his father did to Paragus had nothing to do with himself. Vegeta goes on to say that reviving Paragus was not only to get Broly to calm down, but also a show of good faith. With that, Paragus drops to the ground, exhausted from what had happened and needing time to reconsider his life and the life he forced upon his son. Everything seems well and good, but then Goku and Vegeta sense something coming towards Earth, a small Frieza ship. Goku and Vegeta are on guard, but as the ship approaches, Broly runs over to find Lemmo and Chilai in the ship. Paragus is still wary of Chilai and Lemmo, but knows he can no longer control Broly. He has to allow his son to make his own choices from now on. Goku walks over to the three of them and tells them to stay here on Earth. He could have a house for them in no time with the help of Bulma and Vegeta. Multiple houses wouldn't even be a problem if they wanted one each. He's pretty sure Paragus would like some isolation from everything, considering his old age. Broly, Chilai, and Lemmo agree to this and thank Goku. Goku says there's one favor he'd like in return, for Broly to train with him. The request was easy enough, so they agreed once again. Meanwhile, Vegeta walks over to Paragus and lifts him off the ground. He asks Paragus for a favor, just like Goku asked of the other three. Every now and then, Vegeta wants Paragus to educate the hybrid children of the Saiyans, the next generation, about their heritage. Vegeta was only 7 when Planet Vegeta was destroyed, so he doesn't have nearly as much insight as the much older Paragus. "You don't have to tell them anything of my father, but tell them of our people. Remind them what they come from, so that they can be better than what we were." Paragus nods. He understands that Vegeta is a far different person than the king. A bright future lies ahead for the Saiyans, and with whatever life he has left, Paragus would help forge that path. A little while passes, and things are going well on Earth, until Majin Buu has been kidnapped by the Galactic Patrol. Goku, Vegeta, and Broly go to investigate, and so begins the Moro arc in Dragon Ball Super. But this time, with Broly along for the ride. We'll have to wait until the arc finishes in the manga before we can cover that in a video though, so don't berate me with comments about it till then. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, leave your opinions and counterpoints in the comments down below, and hit subscribe and the notification bell. That way you get to stay up to date on the channel and everything that goes on with it. If you're interested, please check out the merch store to support the channel in another way that gives you something in return. But till next time, peace!